Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OSC as we have returned with our fifth match, our fifth round here in the group stage of the H.4.0.S Galactic Battle Champions, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Neon Violet Square once again, making it through the Vitos. Oh my god, I'm here for it. I am ready for it. We have Spirit. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the red Protoss player representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. And you know what time it is, Pappy. If you're in the chat, it is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you believe will take the series. Will it go the way of Spirit or the way of Gerald? As Spirit, he pops off with a proxy. The Rax is on the way. Going to be a proxy Rax here, just the initial singular Rax. Bear that in mind that last Spirit, he doesn't have a second SCV. Likewise, based on the placement, it looks like we are not setting up for a tech lab. Otherwise, there would be room here for a tech lab for an add-on next to that Rax. So it looks like just proxy Reaper here out of Spirit. Assuming he doesn't proxy 111, which would be crazy. Would be crazy. As Gerald moves out of the probe scouts. Spirit, he's setting up with the initial Reaper into, I would imagine, potentially a bunker behind the mineral line. Potentially. As the Rax is finishing up. And the Reaper is on the way. So again, no big commitment here out of Spirit. SCV has arrived. Once again, going to be checking for the expansion, trying to delay the CC if at all possible. And there it is. A bunker here actually blocking the location of the Nexus. And the boys are being pulled. The boys are being pulled. Gerald forced to lose mining time here in the main. Forced to pull the boys. Reaper is on the way. And so far, good damage. So far, good damage here dealt from Spirit. Gerald's now to expand. SCV into the main. Zelda's on the way. And we can see Spirit going for a factory behind this. Did Gerald scout? He did. He is aware of the factory. Reaper has arrived. Gets a probe. Gets one. Gets one probe. Zelda's here to zone to buy time. And so far the Reaper gets one. So far not a single probe. Sorry, not a second probe, not yet. Up. Second probe gets out. Ooh, gets a second probe. Second worker goes down. The Reaper can back up, can get the hell out of here. And he's not done. We have a second Reaper on the way. Just now popping out. Likewise across the map, early Cyclone. I mean, early tech lab on the factory, I would imagine, for a Cyclone. Spirit is not stopping here with his aggression. Is still committing. Adept has arrived. Reaper's going to be forced back. So far, Gerald, he's holding on. Gerald, he is holding. Behind this, there's a CC on the low ground. Cyclone is on the way. And with the route of the Cyclone, then Spirit, he can, of course, harassing and reinforce across the map. He can just keep pushing, keep going. And try to pick off these initial gateway units. We'll see if he can. But now does rush past. Into the main, Stalkers in position, and Reapers are going down, but he gets a full scout. Gets eyes on the tech on the Twilight Council. Important scout here from Spirit. Does cost him the life of those two Reapers, but he now knows what he's up against. He's aware of the Blink Stalkers. Now, upon confirming this, now he knows that he doesn't need the Cyclone at home. Ooh, and he's going to... That's a third CC before Starport. This is one of the greediest builds you can go for here. This is very rare sight. Very rare sight in this matchup. Very greedy by Spirit. Ay, ay, ay. As you often delay your CC by quite a bit, but I mean, I guess we are on Neon Violet Square. We are on one of the, or the largest map in the map pool, a very greedy map as well. You can be greedy, you can cut corners, and Spirit is cutting every corner he can. Into a second Rax, into a potentially even third Rax behind this. Big delay in the starport. Adept threatens a shade. Cyclone is here, tank as well. And Spirit, he's secure. Spirit, he is secure. Gerald, he's trying to force his way in, but last is going to be zoned back. Going to be zoned away. Likewise, behind this, how many gateways? That's the big question here. We have one gateway in the main, we have a second gateway here at the natural, and Gerald, he's expanding. So 2-gate blink into a third base. Gerald, he's going for an economic build, which means that Spirits will get away with this greed. Now, on the one hand, this is an economic build out of Gerald. True, that's going to be a third Nexus after the second gateway. That is true, but at the same time, Spirit's greed surpasses that of Gerald. As, again, going for a third CC before Starport is insane. Into 3 racks. Into a 3 racks follow-up, into a delayed Starport, into delayed Medivacs. Likewise, Gerald, he's going straight into a 3rd and 4th gateway into the bay, into Colossus production. So this is going to be a Colossus-based build. And the Cyclone gets 1 probe. 1 probe goes down. Gerald, he attempts to chase Spirit down, but barely isn't able to. Spirit will get away. Oh! Oh my god, I switched too soon! What a mess! One more shot. He's so close. One more blink. And he can, and he will shut down the Cyclone. Nice catch here by Gerald. Very nicely done, as he does corner the Cyclone. Cyclone cannot be saved. Dark Shrine. Okay, Dark Shrine is on the way. You have my attention. You have my attention here. Going into the Dark Shrine. Getting into the DTs. Now, because of the fast 3rd orbital here, there are plenty of scans. The reality is there are plenty of scans available. There's an E-Ray, there's +1, there's already a turret here at the natural, so these DTs, they have potential, but it's going to be difficult to really gain any value here. As Stalkers, they poke in, they back up once the tanks do siege. And Spirit expanding on the low ground. Bold move. Never mind. He sees the army, backs up for now. Does back up. Gerald trying to gain high ground vision. Is going to be denied. Observer got sniped. Spirit, he breaks out. And tanks are sieging. And Gerald, he has to respect it. Has to back up. Stim is now done. We can see Gerald threatening a dive into the main. And Spirit, he will take that 3rd. Yeah, the 3rd base is getting saturated. Dark Shrine is done. Do we have a turret in the main base? There is no turrets, and here come the DTs. Templar, they warp in. 1 towards the 3rd, 2 into the main. And Spirit, he's out on the map. He's not at home to defend. Now, he does have reinforcements. He does have some production trickling in. But the DTs have arrived. The Invisible Man. It might just be too much. SCVs are going down. Spirit, he commits. He does commit. He's moving out. Stalker comes in from behind. So far, 9, 10 SCVs going down. He wants the tank. He's not going to get it. Tank survives. There's the first scan, but we have plenty more Dark Templar. Again, in both mineral lines. Spirit, he dives on the main. Oh, no, Colossus! No! Colossus goes down! Oh, big overextension. That should not have happened. Shield barrier not ready. Colossus does fall, and Spirit, can he break through? He's down to only 2 Marines. The Colossus may have just done barely enough. Ooh, there's 2 Marines left, 2 tanks. Not much to defend. The boys can be pulled. Yeah, Zell comes in from behind. And Gerald, he's holding. He is holding on. Pull the wires, Pappy. Just pull them. Yeah, we're good. We are good to go. At the same time, DT is still wreaking havoc. Still in both the bases. There's another scan. Oh, medevac under fire. Doesn't chase. Spirit, he saves the tanks just barely. Pulls back. Prism is still alive. We have a turret in the main. Likewise, turret is on the way here at the 3rd. And Spirit, he rallies everything across the map. What is it to defend? Do we have another Colossus? We do. Another Colossus has arrived. There is a scan here at the 3rd. Spirit, he does reinforce. He wants that 3rd base. Gets a kill in the gateway. There's barely an army here for Gerald. Barely doesn't have an army. He needs more warp-ins. Gerald, he's been skipping warp-ins, actually. Oh, he's got 1,000 minerals. He has 1,000 minerals. He needs more warp-ins. Colossus still safe. Colossus does survive. Extra gateways on the way. The gateways get depowered immediately, and the base has been broken. Gerald getting knocked down to 2 bases. DT does warp in to defend. Takes down 1 tank. Ooh, almost another. At the same time, warping across the map instead. Getting 16 SCV kills. Still a very close game state. It's one of those situations here where Gerald, he has the better economy, but he has no army. He has 2 Colossus. Where are the force fields? Oh my god. Delayed force field. Army sims in, gets 1 Colossus, depowers everything, and Spirit has done it. Spirit, he has done it. He breaks down the Colossus. Not enough warp-ins back at home. There's only 2 Zealots, now 0. And Spirit has done it. He breaks Gerald, he pulls the boys. Tanks, they rally in. They siege up here in the natural. Massive tank shots going up. There's that one Dark Templar. Is there a scan? Uh-oh. Yeah, there is. There is a scan available. Reinforcements coming in from behind. And GG Spirit, he does take game number 1. Oh my god. GG. Just barely takes the lead in the series. Honestly, that could have gone either way. I mean, as Gerald, I say other way, Gerald was ahead. Gerald, he was ahead. He crippled the economy. He punished the greed of Spirit. He was shutting him down. Unfortunately, as we saw, the first Colossus got dove upon. The first Colossus went down real fast, real quick, and it did seem like Geralt was skipping warp-ins, as we saw that he had accumulated over 1,000 minerals in the bank. He could only reinforce 6 units at a time. He only had 6 gateways, and unfortunately, I mean, that also did limit him as well. And with the lack of warp-ins, with the lack of production, alas, Spirit did over well, just barely. And he had to, then that was the only way. That was the only way for Spirit, otherwise he was going to be outscaled in that game. GG, well played with that. We're getting into game number 2. And I'm hoping that Gerald can bounce back. I mean, again, he did very well. Did very well that game. He did kill so many SCVs across the map. And he caught a lot of reinforcements as well, but just barely was not enough. I could definitely sense the frustrations from Gerald because he knew that he was ahead. He knew that he was so close to taking that game. He just had to survive a little bit longer. Just had to survive and preserve some units. But here we go. We're getting into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala. We have the Polish Terran player, the Red Terran. Ooh, the Red Terran himself leading the series 1-0. It is Spirit. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the Polish Protoss player, the Blue Protoss, representing Streamer Zone, down in the series. But again, he played so well last game. We'll see if he can, this time, maintain his lead. It is Gerald. Here we go. So Gerald behind already, skip to the workers. No, if you recall, as we mentioned, Spirit's opener was greedier than Gerald's. Like, Spirit going for the faster third TC meant that Spirit, he was supposed to get ahead economically. Like, he was supposed to be ahead in workers in that game. But we saw that, again, Gerald did a great job at punishing. The DTs did a lot of damage. Zealot run-bys as well. Unfortunately, though, again, just barely not enough at home to defend, to survive, to stabilize. Just barely not enough. As a result, even though Gerald was getting into Colossus production, the Colossus count was getting thinned out early on. He was never able to really build up an army. It was just some really rough trades early on and snowballed out of control from there. And again, as you mentioned, did seem like either he was missing warp-ins or just not enough gateways. It was unfortunate that 2 gateways were depowered at the 3rd. That also was a factor as well. So Gerald had a hard time spending his money. Here we are going to be settling in. This time we do have a Rax expand here out of Spirit, going for a single gas opener into Rax into CC. Let's go. So economic opener, meanwhile across the map, Gerald's going for a gate expand. Gate cyber expand even. So standard opener out of Gerald and something more economic here by Spirit. The probe is going to be shut down, and we'll see where Spirit takes us from here. But now that's going to be a factory after the racks. No second racks yet. And as we load into Amygdala, of course, this is a larger map of the map pool, not as large as Neo-Violet Square, so we shouldn't be as greedy as that map. As a reminder, last game we saw Spirit go for a very fast 3rd TC. That should not be happening here. It should be less viable on Amygdala. Should be at least, but it is Spirit. And yeah, there it is. 1-1-1. Rax, Factory, Starport out of the Terran player. With this, should be going into drop play, whether it's Widowmine drop, whether potentially it's just faster Tech Lab into Raven. We'll see. Keep an eye on Spirit. Widowmines. Widowmines are on the way as a follow-up. Initial Hellion is going to be deflected, and Gerald, he has map control. Back at home, Twilight Council out of Gerald. Here's going for the Twilight Council. Does poke in. Chipping away at the Hellion. Up. And he almost gets it. Not bad. A Widowmine is spotted. Is aware of the Widowmine, so you should be aware that a drop is on the way. And the question becomes, how many gateways? Last game it was 2-gate blink into a third. This time, how many gateways does he commit into? 2 once again, or this time 3, maybe even 4. As that does, once again, poke in. Wouldn't mind shot almost baited out, almost. As Gerald does pick off one. Oh, he wants a friendly fire. Let's go. The micro. Up. My shot goes up. Woodermine goes down. Gets a Woodermine, gets one Marine. Moves in towards the natural. At the same time, Spirit moving out across the map. He doesn't care. And we lose some SCVs. Workers are going down. They're getting 2 SCVs so far. Can he get 3? Not quite. Not yet. Back at home, it was a 2-gate opener into a third base. Very greedy build here. Very economic by Gerald. Back at home, Spirit going for the dive. Going for the natural. Forces a recall. Shield battery is ready. But the Mine Shield doesn't care about your shield battery. Zones away the Stalker. Nice on power here with the Widowmine. Shield battery goes down. Widowmine does reposition. And now we're stepping in. Nice force field. Zones away the army. Gerald pulls back. Oh, does save his probes a little bit longer. Yeah, it does have them survive. And with that, a very clutch defense, but a very solid defense nonetheless here from Gerald. Does lose a single probe, takes out the full medevac as well. Nicely done. Gerald, he holds. Looking at the trades, did lose a shield battery, that is true, but he kills a full medevac full of Marines and Widow Mines. So Gerald holds. His third base is now done, and now Gerald can enjoy a better economy. Can enjoy that economy. Probes are now being built as we speak. As we mentioned, this time the third CC is delayed for Spirit. So Gerald should have the better economy, but Spirit, he will have quite an army to work with. Throwing down extra Raxes, getting to his own 3-1-1 setup. Third CC now on the way. Again, a later third, but not too late here. It's not a 2-base win or anything crazy like that. Still in production for Spirit. And Lackmage just securing himself on his side of the map. Stim is on the way. eBay +1. 5-rack setup. Looking good. Looking secure. Is looking secure. Likewise, Gerald going into his own Colossus production. Again, this is the same build as last game, so going into, from Bling into Colossus, into eventually Disruptors, a gateway composition. Very standard play here by Gerald, except this time, of course, no Dark Shrine. There's no Dark Shrine, there's no DTs. No crazy early game shenanigans here. And Gerald, he's just being active to get eyes on the move out and to delay the move out as well. It's all about that delay. As the Raven does poke in. Does poke in for a moment. Attempting to disrupt the economy. Here comes the move out. Stim is almost done. Spirit, he wants to break out. He wants to be active here. Wants to take his third and expand. Nice siege. Tank volley goes off. Spirit, he breaks out. Does get a position. Can now take his third. Gerald poking forward. Up. Mine shot goes up. Gerald, he will lose one Stalker. One Stalker does go down. Gerald taking his fourth. At the same time, Spirit going for some more shot harass. Gets one probe. Denying mining side, nothing too major, but Spirit does at least establish his third. His third base is getting up and running. And it's on Gerald to take a fourth base, and he's going for the gold. Very greedy move here by Gerald. We'll see if he can get away with it. If he can maintain map control, then for sure he can just skyrocket ahead in the mid-game if he can hold on to this base. That's a big gift, though, because here comes Spirit. He finally breaks out. We lose one Widowmine. One Widowmine does fall. Spirit, he does dive in. He wants a Colossus. Oh, doesn't get it. A little bit greedy there of Spirit. Doesn't quite catch a Colossus. Gerald, he's holding on. He's holding. At the same time, Spirit going for a split push. Rallying on the right-hand side, running into the Zealots. As Gerald was going for his own charge up run by. Jumping in. Oh! We'll lose one Stalker in the process, but does get the Widowmine. Trading 1 for 1. Storm is on the way. Fourth base getting up and running. And what's important here is not for Gerald to dive on this army. Now, it's not about that. It's about maintaining specifically this position. What does this mean? It means he's protecting the fourth. The fourth base is protected. As he does force Spirit back. Spirit, he's going to rotate. He can rotate here from towards the south, towards the southern entrance to hit the fourth. But now going for his own. Going for the gold. Knocks down the rocks. The Observer does get eyes on the main army. Now Gerald knows that he doesn't have to be here. He can rotate back. As Spirit, he rotates towards the south. The Observer does spot this rotation. Gerald, yep, there we go. He does respond. From here, Gerald, he can knock down these rocks. He can be active himself, trying to catch out the double drop, and he will! Gets a medevac, he gets 1! He gets 2. Massive pickoffs. He gets both medevacs. Bio Army has to pull away. Spirit, he has to respond. Out of position. So nice moves here by Gerald. Very nice moves. Takes down the sensor tower. Remember, Storm is done. And he's got 2 White Templar, 2 Storms. At the same time, Warp is harassing into the natural. SCVs are going to be going down. Drop into the natural. Warp it into the main. But the Vikings have arrived at the prism. It's going to be shut down. Massive pickoff. At the same time, he dives on top of the fourth. And the fourth CC's under fire. Can he bring it down? Massive Storm. Gets 1. The other gets EMP'd. And Gerald, he does not get the expansion. The base survives, but the Zealots, they get 14 SCV kills. That was worth it. That was worth it here for Gerald. He backs off, has to regenerate his energy, of course, on those High Templar. The Gold Base has been mining this entire time. Now he gets a 5th. 5th base on the way. Transferring over. Amassing his army. And Gerald, he has momentum. He's up in workers, he's up in economy. It comes down to the army. Now, with this gold base of Spirit, he can recover. I mean, he's maxing. Both armies are maxing out. And Spirit, now he has Vikings. Now he has Ghosts. He has that much more complexity to his army. He can still go either way. Gerald gets behind the mineral line. Going for the SCVs. Spirit quick to pull away. Quick moves here by Spirit. Does back up. Zealot run back towards the mineral line. SCVs are going down. So far, 6 SCVs falling. Going for the tank, doesn't quite get it. Tank does survive. Gerald knocking down those rocks. At the same time, Spirit, he is not able to be too active. Sends out a medevac, doesn't achieve too much with it. Just looking after the Zelnaga. Main army dives in. Massive missile here on the army. Ooh, covers almost everything. Gets 1 Colossus. 1 Colossus goes down. Going for the other. Again, a brutal missile here. Gets the second Colossus. Just barely does get it. Massive pickup. A couple of Vikings go down, but the damage was done. Gerald down to 1 Colossi. Second Colossus on the way. Second Robo. Ooh, this is a late second Robo. And Gerald, he has a massive bank. And he should already have 2, maybe even 3 Robos by now. That will delay reinforcements. Never goes off. Sends back the armies. That run by coming in towards the natural. I'm loving the run-bys. Oh my god. Whew, doesn't quite connect. But SCVs once again, they're going down. Workers are falling. Gerald, he rotates. Ooh, Prism is exposed. Storm on the Vikings. Let's go. Vikings, they should be falling. Yeah, every single one is going to go down. Viking count gets reset. But last Gerald, he did have to spend 2 storms on that. Bear that in mind. A couple of storms were spent. Gerald, he was within range. Ooh, big swipes coming in. Late reaction. 8 SCVs. 8 SCVs go down. Never goes off. Catching up the army. Does connect. Another Nova as well. Catching up Marauders. Storm as well. Jeez. Oh, he's not stopping. Storms are coming in. Nice EMP. EMP on the High Templar, but here comes another storm. Army gets zoned away. Mineral line is exposed. And workers are going down. Yeah, Spirit, he just cannot keep a massive storm on the goes. The Nova! Oh no! Oh, massive connections! Oh my god! Spirit, there were no splits! No splits whatsoever, and Gerald, he's doubling out control, he's breaking through. Spirit, he's in trouble, he's being broken. At the same time, we do have some harass across the map, but it's not enough. There's a recall though. There is a recall back home. Gerald, he defends. Don't think he needs to recall, but alas. Does fall back. Massive storm on the army once again. Another storm. Gerald, he's being cleaned up. Still coming in from behind, trading well against the army. And despite recalling, he still overwhelms. Still does overwhelm. Gets eyes on the would-be fourth. Army pushing in. Breaking this planetary, not going to be easy. Gerald, he doesn't try to. Doesn't attempt to, but reinforcements are delayed. Gerald, he pulls back. Gerald, he just has to calm down and regroup. As it's getting messy. Up the mine shots. Massive connections. Wood mine's going down. Planetary does hold. At the same time, reinforcements here towards the left-hand side. Disruptor does full as well. Yeah, these are some rough losses for Gerald. Bleeding out these stalkers. But he's far ahead enough. Like, he's still ahead. He can afford some worse trades. Oh no! But again, it's getting messy. Calm down. Throwing away a lot of units, even rallying in probes. Gerald, he's getting nervous. He's getting nervous, making mistakes. Still rallying in. But now he can engage. And again, this army is not large enough. Again, Gerald, he's still far ahead enough here to shut this down. GG gets called. And Gerald, he ties up the series 1-1. Let's go. GG. Whew, GG, well played. Not the cleanest finale, but things got very chaotic and very very shaky for Gerald. Was making some mistakes, was bleeding out some units, but he had already broken the economy. He had broken the back of Spirit. GG, well played. And with that, we end it with a tied 1-1 score. GG. Whew, oh my god. And honestly, it was almost a 2-0. I'll be honest. Like, again, Gerald was looking very, very good in that last game. Was looking very good in game 1 on Neon Violet Square against Spirits. Alas, did slip through his fingers, and alas, he wasn't quite able to survive the counter aggression of his opponent. Definitely, making some missteps and some mistakes in game 1. But here in game 2, he was able to maintain himself for a lot longer and was able to maintain that lead as well. GG, to successfully pull Spirit apart. Let's go. You can see what the power of map control is on Amygdala, where he was able to punish that goal base time and time again, able to take advantage of his own without being harassed whatsoever. Meanwhile, we have some catching up to do. And do we have any updates here on the Wikipedia page? We do. We have some updates here. Okay, that was round 5. That was round 5 wrapping up. Also, I'm curious what the bets were. Oh my god, only one person for the 1-1 scoreline. Very nice. To Quentin Suits. Quentin Suits. Oh my god. He got all the bits, papi. Let's go. No one had faith in the 1-1. I'm a little bit surprised. I'm a little bit surprised how heavily in favor of Spirit that betting line was. Regardless, that is, of course, the 5th round wrapping up. And we have these results coming in. Okay, so a Laser takes down Bappy 2-0. Spirit and Gerald tied 1-1. Art takes down Aristory 2-0, and Cristiano takes down Rodzen 2-0. So some more expected results coming in here. We have had some upsets previously, but this time the only real one I suppose here was the tied 1-1 between Spirit and Gerald. GG. GG, well played. That leads us into round 6. Again, we're wrapping up. We have 2 rounds left. 2 rounds remaining here in the group stage. We have a Gerald versus Aristory in a PvZ. We have Art versus Bappy in a PvP. We have a Laser versus Cristiano in a Zerg versus Protoss, and Rodzen versus Spirit in a Protoss versus Terran. Here we go. Now, when it comes to the next round, should not be too much of a surprise here. Oh my Jesus. Spirit, he's angry. As you can see here, Spirit, his blood pressure, his heart rate, it's through the roof. Oh my god, 142. I mean, he did just lose a game, but I feel like that's reflected here. just a little bit. Regardless, oh Jesus, oh calm down. It's getting too high. Spirit, calm down, Bobby, calm down. Someone get this man some water. Oh my god. Again, we are monitoring the heart rates of the players, for those that are curious. Yo, Cristiano spiking up a little bit as well. Spirit is mad. He is. Oh my god. But we are getting our next series ready, of course. That is going to be a Laser versus Cristiano. A Laser versus Cristiano is going to be coming up next on the channel. There is going to be an extended break as both players have to set up on the main stream. They do have to set up on the stage. Speaking of, yeah, there they are. You can see Spirit and Gerald. He has since left the desk. Potential interview, I would hope. Shout out to the crowd as well. As we do have some downtime, just getting some drinks in between. Oh, you can see the bar in the background. Let's go. Shout out to the bartender. Shaking up a storm. But yes, we are going to be going on a short break. We're going to be going on a short break. I say a break, at least. So we're going to be going on a break, and when we come back, we're going to have a Laser versus Cristiano. Again, they do need some time to set up on stage, so they have to get their peripherals all set up, their settings as well. There is some time to, there's definitely a process and some time for that to get underway, so that will take some time, definitely. So take this time to get some snacks, get some food, get some water, and get ready for the finale of the group stage. 2 rounds remaining to determine who makes it through into the playoffs. We'll see you guys after the break. Let's go. See you soon.
Trudne pytanie. Myślę, że po prostu nie nakładać na siebie zbyt dużo obowiązków w grze, bo jak zaczniesz skupiać się tylko na mikro, to no, trzeba po prostu się nauczyć tego rozkładania w grze.
Okay.
Bo kiedyś też tak było, że starałem się kontrolować na przykład dropy i zawsze makro padało. Trzeba trochę mniej niestety odpuścić.
Czyli w ten sposób. No w sumie no, najprostsza rada, tak? No więc miejmy nadzieję, że działa, tak? To na pewno było pytanie od widza, który gra teranem, więc fajna podpowiedź. Kolejne pytanie, które też już zasugerowałem w pierwszej części. Dlaczego zmieniłeś nick?
Ponieważ na Liquid PD ktoś miał to samo, jakiś gracz z Australii i jeszcze team z Korei i to trochę mnie denerwowało.
Okej. I to było denerwujące. No tak, bo cię kojarzyli po części z kimś innym, tak? Gdzieś tam przypadkowe i tak dalej. Dobra, spoko. Co mamy dalej? W zasadzie jako jedyny gracz zdarza ci się grać Battlecruisery na Protossa. Uważasz, że to dobra jednostka?
Nie jest to dobra jednostka, nie jest dobry styl, ale jeżeli Protoss nie grał na to przynajmniej 3 razy, to może nie wiedzieć co zrobić. Na przykład grając zbyt dużo Tempestów albo karierów, to może przegrać, a jak wie, że musi robić stalkery, to wtedy to nie jest zbyt dobre.
To pytanie sam też wybrałem, ponieważ też je chciałem zadać, więc fajnie się złożyło i teraz już wiemy. Teraz tak, dalej. Czy widzisz możliwość na to, żeby przestać w cudzysłowie deptać po piętach najlepszym graczom, a faktycznie zacząć z nimi wygrywać? Mowa pewnie, wiesz, o topce takiej na Mistrzostwach Świata.
Ciężko, bo to jest trochę inny Grandmaster, takie 7000 MR, czy jakiś, nie wiem, Clem, Seral, Maru.
Okej,
To no, na nich trzeba po prostu czekać, aż oni mają zły dzień i
jasne.
wtedy mogę z nimi wygrać.
Czyli to, co można powiedzieć, że to jest takie mega poświęcenie swojego czasu, cały czas, tak? Cały czas na grę tak naprawdę.
No
nie?
i szczególnie jak ćwiczę, szczególnie na nich, to słabszy się staje na innych graczy na przykład.
A właśnie, inny styl gry po prostu.
Tak.
No właśnie, ma to sens. No i dobra, i ostatnie pytanko. Czy widzisz możliwość na to, żeby przestać... O, przepraszam, to już było. Ty, to wszystko, 4 pytania, już, tak, dobra. No to mamy to. Dzięki, oddaję głos do studia. Indie, Z, głosik dla was.
Halo.
Głośnik. Chcesz głośnik?